A Yorkshire Tragedy, Not So New as Lamentable and True, 1619, by Thomas Middleton. This recording is based on the text of the second quarto, which was attributed to William Shakespeare on its title page. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Speakers in the play.
The part of Narrator was read into the public domain by Michaela Cook.
The part of Rafe was read into the public domain by Jen Dempsey.
The part of Oliver was read into the public domain by Caitlin Kirk.
The part of Sam was read into the public domain by Samantha Brescia.
The part of Wife was read in the public domain by Stephanie Cunha.
The part of Husband was read into the public domain by King Indeed.
The part of Gentleman 1 was read into the public domain by Melanie Lavoie.
The part of Gentleman 2 was read into the public domain by Eric Isaacson.
The part of Gentleman 3 was read in the public domain by Megan Gregoire.
The role of Servant was read into the public domain by Emily Hiru.
The part of Master of the College was read into the public domain by Kelsey Wilbur.
The part of Son was read into the public domain by Emma Cornella.
The part of Lusty Servant was read into the public domain by Nicole Colleton.
The part of The Maid was read into the public domain by Sherry Souza.
The part of Night was read into the public domain by Melissa Jordan.
A Yorkshire Tragedy, Not So New as Lamentable and True, written by W. Shakespeare, printed for T.P. 1619. All's one, or one of four plays in one, called a Yorkshire Tragedy, as it was played by the King's Majesty's players. Enter Oliver and Rafe, two serving men.
Sirrah, Rafe, my young mistress is in such a pitiful, passionate humor for the long absence of her love.
Why, can you blame her? Why, apples hanging longer on the tree than when they are ripe make so many fallings, V's, eh? Mad wenches, because they are not gathered in time, are fain to drop of themselves, and then 'tis common, you know, for every man to take them up.
Mass thou sayest true? 'Tis common indeed. But, sirrah, is neither our young master returned, nor our fellow Sam come from London?
Neither of either, as the Puritan Bod says. Slit, I hear Sam. Sam's come. Here, Terry. Come, i' faith. Now my nose itches for news.
And so doth my elbow.
Sam calls within.
Where are you there? Boy, look you walk my horse with discretion. I have rid him simply. I warrant his skin sticks to his back with very heat. If he should catch cold and get the cough of the lungs, I were well served, were I not? What, Rafe and Oliver?
Honest fellow Sam, welcome ye faith.
What tricks hast thou brought from London?
Furnished with things from London.
You see, I am hanged after the truest fashion. 3 hats and 2 glasses bobbing upon them, 2 rubato wires upon my breast, a cap's case by my side, a brush at my back, an almanac in my pocket, and 3 ballads in my codpiece. Nay, I am the true picture of a common serving man.
I'll swear thou art. Thou mayest set up when thou wilt. There is many a one begins with less, I can tell thee. That proves a rich man ere he dies. But what's the news from London, Sam?
Aye, that's well said. What is the news from London, sirrah? My young mistress keeps such a pooling for her love.
Why, the more fool she, aye, the more ye hammer she.
Why, Sam, why?
Why, he is married to another long ago.
Yea, if he jest.
Why, did not you know that till now? Why, he's married, beats his wife, and has 2 or 3 children by her. For you must know that any woman bears the more when she is beaten.
Aye, that's true, for she bears the blows.
Sirrah, Sam, I would not for 2 years' wages my young mistress knew so much. She run upon the left hand of her wit, and ne'er be her own woman again.
And I think she was blessed in her cradle, that he never came in her bed. Why, he has consumed all, pawned his lands, and made his university brother stand in wax for him. There's a fine phrase for a scrivener. He owes more than his skin is worth.
Is it possible?
Nay, I'll tell you moreover. He calls his wife whore, as familiarly as one would call Moll and Doll, and his children bastards, as naturally as can be. But what have we here? I thought 'twas something that pulled down my breeches. I quite forgot my 2 poting sticks. These came from London. Now anything is good here that comes from London.
Aye, far-fetched, you know.
But speak in your conscience, Faith. Not we as good poting sticks in the country as need to be put in the fire. A mind of a thing is all, as thou saidst even now. Far-fetched is the best things for the ladies.
Aye, and for waiting gentlewomen too.
But, Rafe, is our beer sour this thunder?
No, it holds countenance yet.
Why then follow me, I'll teach you the finest humour to be drunken. I learned it at London last week.
Faith, let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
The bravest humour, 'twould do a man good to be drunk in it. They call it knighting in London, when they drink upon their knees.
Faith!
That's excellent.
Come, follow me.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?